Hi, Nick Tumbridge, Stutter Coach. I want to talk to you today about a subject that affects most people who have a stutter, and that is anxiety. Anxiety is a byproduct of stuttering. It's based on an apprehension that you develop over time about speaking situations, whatever they are, because they tend to be different for everybody. And those apprehensions get cemented as anxiety based on negative feedback that you've had in your history or the potential for negative feedback, even though you may not have actually had any. And it becomes a very real thing, and it becomes a block for people, and it's an issue that invades your life and can be very difficult, both in the work environment and socially, and can invade right, across any aspect of your life. So anxiety is something that, as stutterers and as people who have a stutter, we really need to manage this, and we really need to have some specific tools at our disposal so that when we're feeling anxious, we can use these tools to help remove or reduce the anxiety that we're experiencing at that time. So I want to share with you some of the things that I use and some of the things that I have done over time that I have found has been successful in being able to reduce anxiety levels. I will talk more about this in a later video, but the role of your support group and people that you can access who understand exactly what you're going through. So these are people who also have a speech impediment, a stutter, whatever it might be, and they understand the anxiety. And to be able to call them just before a moment is coming towards you that is causing the anxiety can be really beneficial and really useful. And I do this regularly. So if I'm walking into a meeting, a work-related meeting, or I know that I'm going to have to speak and I'm feeling nervous about it, my anxiety levels are very high, I'll call to somebody in my network that has a stutter that I know, that I have a relationship with. Even if it's a minute or two, can make the world of difference for me. So to call them and just say, hey, look, I'm feeling really tense about this. Can I just run through my speech levels with you, my technique, or just slow down, or just get some general feedback from them on how I'm sounding? That can be really beneficial. Even to the point, if I call them and they're not there, and I even just leave a message on their voicemail, even that can help me. I'm not too sure why, but it does. So I would recommend that you absolutely develop a network of people that you can access to call, particularly as you're heading into a stressful situation. The other thing that I have done from time to time that has worked well for me is I've dumbed the event right down. So again, a meeting at work, I'm tense. A lot of that anxiety and that tension that might have built up through the previous night leading up to the event is false. It's artificial. It's not real. So I dumb it down and I think, well, at the end of the day, my life doesn't depend on this. I stutter today, I stutter tomorrow, doesn't matter. And really, what is going to be the consequence or the outcome of stuttering in this meeting? And if you dumb it down and you lower your expectation of the event, that can really help you. And one thing to really ask yourself is to say, have you ever had really negative feedback? If you have stuttered in this sort of a situation, whether it's social or whether it's work related, and the chances are that you haven't. People are generally positive, and at the end of the day, they know that you have a stutter and you're managing it as well as you can, and they've invited you to the meeting, so they want your participation and your input anyway. So I always try to think that. So access someone that you know, that you can talk to quickly just before you go into the meeting, and dumb the meeting down. The other technique is breathing. Again, deep breathing, diaphragm rather than shallow breathing. And really concentrate on your breathing, and remember going back to the earlier video about how to breathe properly in order to promote fluent speech. Really focus on that and treat the event as a breathing exercise. So you go in and you know that you're going to have to talk. You might be doing the introductions, whatever it may be that's causing you so much stress. Don't worry about the event, just turn it into a breathing exercise and go in and start off deep breath and then slowly start to speak on the exhaling breath after you've let some air out. And really concentrate on your speed of speech, how you're breathing and your hard contact sounds. And just don't worry about anything. It takes time to replace the anxiety. You will find that the more times you go into a meeting or whatever it is that is causing you the anxiety, the more times you go in and you replace that anxiety with a positive experience, the anxiety diminishes. If you don't attend the meeting, you miss it, you do whatever to avoid it, the anxiety increases. So the next time the meeting comes up, the anxiety will be more. So over time, replace negative expectation with a positive experience, and you will find your anxiety will reduce. It will take a while, but it's worth it. Thank you for tuning in. Please, if you have the opportunity, please like the video. Please post a comment. Always very, very keen to hear what people think. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you very much.